Wanderers, welcome to episode 151. Before I introduce the friends of the show and title sponsor for the month, the Gaslight, I just got a friendly little reminder. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you look down there at that subscribe button and you click it. If you're already subscribed, we appreciate it. If you're listening to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or any other platform in which you can find your favorite podcast, pause the podcast, head on over to YouTube, give us a like and subscribe over there on this week's episode. If you're on social media, go ahead and find us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're there. We're sharing out stuff. We're making things happen. Today's title sponsor is our friends at the Gaslight Pizza and Grill. Smoke. That's it. That's it. The Gaslight.
What else is there to be said?
That's it. That's good. Let's jump into hour one. But I'm kidding, of course. We all know the Gaslight. And if you don't, I suggest you take your little feet up onto 4th Street in Huntingburg and check them out. Home to great appetizers, delicious entrees, sandwiches from the grill, and of course their world-famous hoagies and pizzas. That is the Gaslight Pizza and Grill. Mace, did you know the Gaslight also offers up bar catering and fundraising for local organizations?
Sure did.
And you know what they're going to be doing for us on October 28th?
I sure do.
They're hosting us, the Wondering Dutchmen, and all of you Wanderers on October 28th for one hell of a party. We, the Gaslight and the Wondering Dutchmen, want you to join us on October 28th for music, food, and cold brewskis. If you don't have kids, we will see you there. There's no excuse. You're free. You're available. If you do have kids, you still got time to book you a sitter. We are going to party. A good old-fashioned knockdown, drag-out party. Follow our socials and the Gaslights to find out more details. You better start warming up because we're going to have a hell of a time on the 28th.
The Wondering Dutchmen Podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchman Podcast coming to you from Smokers Lounge.
The Wondering Dutchman.
Yeah.
The Wondering Dutchman. Yeah.
Here we go. Episode 151. One more episode, and we're at 152.
Unbelievable.
Crazy that we're going to be there. Wow. For reference, today is October 11th. This will be airing on October 20th. A big shout out and thanks to our friends at the Gaslight, John Songer and the boys. We have music lined up. A little group called The Overdrive.
Just Overdrive.
Oh, drop the, kind of like on Facebook, Smoke.
That's right.
Overdrive's going to be up there playing tunes from, 9 to whenever we decide to quit partying.
Yeah, or they kick us out, one or the other.
So, if John is forced to kick us out at 3 a.m., because in the state of Indiana, you have to cut off alcohol sales an hour before you close, and you can no longer have it at 3 a.m., then that's one hell of a party, and our wives are probably mad at us. But we're excited about it. October 28th, we get it. It's Halloween weekend. Cancel your plans or bring your friends up there. We're going to have $2, wait for it, bush lights. If you have one of our koozies or a Gaslight koozie, you're going to get a $2 cold bush light can in your hands to listen to Overdrive, eat pizza, hang out with us. We will be there. Our families, I'm sure, will be there for a little bit, but we're looking to have one hell of a time and close out this month of October.
You can get
with a
koozies
blast
there, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're going to have lots of koozies there.
Yeah.
Hey,
oh, yeah.
You know what another question people are asking me?
What's that?
They're asking about costumes.
Oh, yeah.
And they're encouraged, but not mandatory.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be in a costume.
Oh, yeah?
Are you going as a slutty nurse?
Yes.
Attaboy.
Yeah. So, but I just wouldn't leave it at that. Yeah. So if you want to wear a costume, by all means, come on in. Let's see it. Maybe we might even have an impromptu judging competition. Never know. Never know what we might get into.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
It's going to be a banger.
I didn't think about wearing a costume because I'll be going as a podcaster.
Oh, my God.
Get it, Smoke?
I get it.
Yeah. So anyways, big fella, what's going on?
Well, as we prepare for our departure, this week's been a little bit of a shit show. The warden had to work the weekend prior. Went down to the Korn. Was that last weekend we went to the Korn Ferry tour?
That would have been the weekend of the 14th, 15th.
Nope. That's this coming weekend.
6th,
When
7th,
Well,
and 8th.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, didn't we? Isn't that just what we just did the other day? Yeah. So
Yeah.
we went. That Korn Ferry tour was badass. A big shout out to our buddy Old Red for that,
Yeah.
and old Sween Dog, and
We're going to talk about it.
my new buddy Tyler Jordan. But we'll get to that. So start off with that, and then obviously we're only 3 days deep into the week here. But I had a dumpster delivered from our friends at Velpen Disposal and Trucking.
Shout out for all your fall cleaning needs.
Yeah,
That's right.
Fall cleanup needs.
Fall cleanup needs, because the city of Huntingburg's having their fall cleanup this week end. I'm not going to be able to attend, so I just thought I'd get a jump on it at my house. But turns out, don't have quite enough time to really get into the nitty gritty. So I might have to get another one here when we get back. But
Oh, so you got room for me to dump some
lots
stuff.
of shit. Yeah, like I've got more than half of the dumpster available for room. So anyway,
There we go.
You're
so
gonna
yeah,
be gone too.
yeah, you're going to be gone too. So
Yeah,
you're
but
not-
I'm going to run it down the hill
Oh yeah.
in the next day or two.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I got $1. Because I just don't have time. That was the crazy thing. The warden wanted the garage clean before we left, which I put a big dent in it, but like there's a lot of like sifting through shit that I need to do.
You know, I'm going to paint a picture for
gonna have
the
time.
wanderers out there. This garage is full of shit.
Here we go.
Full. The guy's a pack rat.
What's it called? Viable merchandise is what it is. It's not shit. It's not trash. It's
Okay.
valuable
All right.
merchandise.
Anyways. And,
But yeah, anyway, other than that, soccer season's over, which we know that, but we had our first all-star soccer game last night over at Schrader Complex in Jasper.
wait, there's all-star soccer?
for the 12-year-olds.
Oh.
Yeah, Evelyn they tied Jasper the first game, and then they beat Northeast DuBois 1-0. And then prior to that, the Saturday, one more thing, big shout out on my daughter Evie. She set her PR cross country at PAC over at Pride's Creek on Saturday.
Oh nice.
She beat her fastest time by a minute and a half.
Rim job.
A minute and a half, she beat her time, her fastest time, and set her new PR. I was super stoked for her.
Sorry, I just
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Kobe.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this couple sleeps over with so we can get on southbound and down.
Yeah. Smoke, what about you?
Traveled to my hometown, seen my grandma for her 90th. Came back, been at work. Work's been something, you got that. Now we're getting ready to go down to Florida for Indiana weather, so I'll be packing jeans and long sleeve shirts to go to the beach, I guess. So it should be a real good time.
That does suck. I am kind of bummed about that.
It's not going to be bad.
No, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be great.
What, Tuesday's high is 69. That's what it was.
Yeah, but
today.
you got to look at what the feel's going to be. 70,
The feel.
low
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah, or it's going to be colder than that because the wind coming off the ocean. Actually, everybody says that the air temperature is going to be a little on the chilly side for this time of year in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing we cannot forget is it's still the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, the water temp is still 80 degrees.
The water temp, I wouldn't say 80.
No,
but
my buddy Chad, who's down there,
right.
said, I go, man, what's up with this Florida weather? And he said, water temp's 80, still good.
He's
You're
further
going to be
down,
chilly
though,
when you
right?
get out. Oh, he's in the central part of the state, Ocala.
Yeah. So I mean, either way.
Ocala.
Ocala.
that's one
but
way to
yeah,
say it.
so like, I mean, we'll still be able to get in to like go pee and things, but we're probably gonna freeze our balls off when we come back out till we dry.
I don't even know if I'm taking swimming trunks, to be honest with you.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Probably just take jeans.
You might as well just bring a parka. or a snowsuit, or maybe a set of skis for the sand. You never know. But yeah, Debbie Downer, this vacation's going to suck dicks. Go ahead, Casey. What do you got this week?
Well, we people are gonna wonder about Dave. You know, like everybody was like, "Did Dave really want to take a parachute on an airplane?" We're like, "Yeah." And now that Dave's gotten out amongst the public and they've kind of started to meet Dave, they realize about Dave, and like Dave's pessimistic outlook on going down to what's going to be full of sun and sunshine. And he's gonna. I just can't wait to look back. We may venture down to the beach to see where you guys are at, and look up there and see Dave in a hoodie and blue jeans, while everybody else is in bathing
Huddle
suits,
over a cup of coffee, just
Yeah.
like.
just being a negative Nancy. But
Hey, not only is the
Dave.
glass half full, the summit got a hole in the bottom
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, if he's gonna consume as many beers as what he says he is, it's gonna be
Yeah, Island Liquors, if you're listening, you better stock up.
stock up. It's gonna be worse than a hurricane.
I know for a fact the last time we went down there, I bet I went there 10 times. 10 times in 7 days.
I don't see. It's just you guys with older kids. You can do that. If I got liquored up, and well, it may happen. No, it may happen.
What do you mean,
Chad's a bad
May?
influence.
You're gay. You're gay. You're not gay. You're game for at least one good time down there, right?
Well, it's going to be a good time because I'm gonna be with family.
There you go.
Yeah, all about spending some QT with family.
QT, baby.
Week's been busy. Work's been busy. Had a blast this weekend. We'll talk about it a little bit more. Kids are. I told Zoe the other day. I was like, "Sweetie, you know we're like 4 days away from the beach," and she goes, "4 months, Dad?" And I'm like, "No, sweetie, 4 days." So she was real worried, but just been busy. We had our first parent-teacher conferences.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Zoe, she's seems to be doing really well, and Janelle was asking a lot of questions, and I was like, "Honey, she ain't dealing cigarettes on the playground. Like we're okay. Like if she's out there selling cigarettes for
She's
top
running.
dollar,
She's running a playground gambling range.
yeah, we're okay. But she's doing well, so
I think if she had that figured out by this age, she'd be doing okay anyway.
yeah, I think she'd be fine. Dad, someday I'm going to be legitimate. Yeah, honey, just keep making that cash under the table because nobody likes the IRS. So, with that said, let's jump into it.
Hour 1 is brought to you by our friends at J&S Mowing of Huntingburg. We get it. Mowing is in the name of the company. So you may think that's all they do, mowing residential and commercial lots. Wrong. J&S does landscaping, retaining walls, brick patios and sidewalks, custom outdoor fireplaces and fire pits, and snow removal, just to name a few other things that the fellas stay busy with during the year. Even though the mowing season has come to an end, they'd still love to talk to you about an outdoor design project or for some fall cleanup. Kicking grass 1 yard at a time. Contact Jared today via Facebook or call or text at 812-630-3064.
Yeah.
Thank you to our friends at J&S for coming on board.
The alley
Keeping
project.
things pretty.
The alley project up there behind the overtime is almost finished, and it looks very good.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of paver work going on up there.
Oh, yeah. Big fella we got.
Okay. Topic 1, like I said earlier, we're getting ready to depart on an adventure. And everybody that listens to this show, they probably already know that we're going on an adventure because we've kind of alluded to it. But even though, for a security standpoint, you're not supposed to tell people
Yeah, I really hope they...
where you're going and when you're going and all that shit, Yeah. So hopefully, when this comes out, we've got 3 days to cover our ass and get back home. You know what I mean? But knowing where we live,
it's coming out on a Friday, so...
We'll be home the next day.
Yeah.
no, we won't. It'll be wicked late when we get back.
What time are you leaving on Saturday?
Whatever time I want.
Oh.
What time are you going to leave?
Early.
Yeah. Dumb.
We may
Anyway.
leave Friday night.
What?
Oh, last time we did it, I drove through the night. The kids slept. Janelle slept. I didn't have to stop to piss until south of Nashville.
Wow.
And I tell you what, it was Well, the worst part about it was,
65 through Birmingham. Blows.
but it was. Hold on, let me finish the story.
Oh, okay.
It was the Thursday night game between the Broncos and the Colts. I don't know why I said it that way. Broncos and the Colts. Mm-hmm. And
the Colts?
Yeah, I don't know why, but so I just pulled it up on Amazon, knew how the game ended.
Oh, and watched it
and
while
I watched
driving.
It and drove.
Safe.
Yeah.
Very
well,
safe.
I said it
Meanwhile,
with
with all of
navigator.
his children in tow,
Yeah.
pleasantly sleeping in the back.
Yeah.
So my wife has these unique planning routines that she does, pre-departure.
Sure.
My topic simply states, do you clean your house before you leave on vacation?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. My wife will probably be forced into listening to this on our way down, like in the raw.
Oh, good. Put her in a bad mood before we.
Like we'll probably, or maybe we'll just force them to listen to it as a group Friday night or Friday during the day sometime.
Sure.
I gave her shit one time about not wanting to do that because it was to the point where like our time management was going to put us in a pinch. You know what I'm saying? Like there was X, Y, and Z to do. But like
Should have left on W.
yeah, but we should have left on W.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like, we don't have time to be fiddling around with all this stuff. We need to get our shit, get in the car, and leave. Like we are going on vacation. Like we need to go. And she's like, I'm not going anywhere until this house is clean. And we about got in a fist fight over it. So now we've already had the discussion, like probably starting tomorrow evening.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's on. And if we don't get things done by the time we're ready to leave at that magical time, we'll catch up. You know what I mean? Because like she's very hardcore about it. And I don't know. That's just what I wanted to talk about. Like, what are your pre-departure? Like, what do you do?
I just don't want to come home to a messy house.
Oh no, I know that. I mean, obviously, it makes perfect sense why you do it. I'm just
But I
saying,
think
like,
I'll mow.
The routine.
oh yeah,
Because I'll have to mow when I get home. Typically, I drive all day and then come home and try to get 2 or 3 hours on the mower that night. Then that way I can sleep in on Sunday.
oh yeah. So like when you get home at midnight, or
It won't be midnight.
you don't think?
No, I'm hoping to leave before noon. Hoping to leave by like 10, 9.
Yeah. How long does it take to get there?
I thought I said 11 hours.
Yeah, 10 and some change. But then when you got piss breaks and
Yeah, so
Food and all
maybe
that
not.
other
Normally in Alabama, we normally left at like 6 in the morning. So maybe I won't be able to mow when I get home. May just have to do it all on Sunday. But I got headlights on the mower, so maybe I can do it when I get home.
yeah. Mowing's really not that big of a priority for me. So like I already taken the deck off of my mower.
Well,
like
the
my
neighbors
tractor.
mowed. All the neighbors mowed. My lawn looks like shit.
Damn it, neighbor Doug.
Keeping up with the Jones. Yeah.
Damn neighbor Doug.
I mean, that makes no sense. Yeah. Nobody wants to have the shitty yard on the block, So what do you do to get ready? What do you guys do around the house?
We will. So my wife has been packing for the children because I
We
wouldn't.
need to do that soon.
Because I wouldn't know what to pack. And she's like, "Hey, you're not gonna just wait to pack Saturday, like Friday night, are you?" And I'm like, "No, honey, I'll pack before that." But I know what I'll do.
Jeans, some hoodies, you'll be set.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
Hey, we got
hat.
laundry equipment too, so you don't need to bring a couple pairs.
Yeah. So so Janelle starts very early with getting the kids and the dogs because the hounds are coming. They're big beach dogs.
Oh God, you're taking both of them in that thing?
They went last year. We did it last year. Wow. They actually, surprisingly, it was nice to have them. Like it was because just a touch of home. I mean, they're home. They're part of our crew. Not real big fans of the beach. And then
I get it.
Janelle was like, there was sand and we're just going to leave them with Dave.
Oh,
we'll look up
God,
Monty and Murphy are sitting with
Can
Dave.
you imagine the sheer amount of sand that those babies are going to
Yeah.
track back in the car?
They are. So, but like we'll,
David.
I'll probably tomorrow night, I'll probably scrub toilets, rough clean shower, vacuum, have trash rounded up to take Friday afternoon. And then like everything else will be laid out like where it's just
Hey,
grab
you
and
don't need
go.
to worry about taking trash. Just
Run
come
it
on
through the dumpster.
Come on down the hill.
Yeah, but that's not going to household trash.
Excuse me.
What you put in your dumpster,
Everything. It's a dumpster. It goes to the dump.
not where they dump it. They ask you what you're putting in it, because they can't dump household trash out there like from your kitchen trash bag. Oh boy,
That's a mystery.
I don't think it is.
I'll be darned.
So we'll do that, and then obviously, as the son of a truck driver, we'll get windshields cleaned inside and out. We'll make sure we're fueled up. We'll check air pressure in the tires, and we'll check oil level, and we'll make sure we got some windshield washer fluid. And then the other flip side of it is we'll pack the.
What are you laughing at? You don't do none of that shit.
No, my buddy Rob was talking about he's got to check the oil and the pressure and the tires. Like, we're going to fire that piece of shit van up, throw her in D,
In letter E.
hammer down.
And
I
we'll-
did get new tires on White Lightning today. You guys, Mama Linda, she took her over and got them all souped
Oh,
up.
nice.
Yeah, you have to check that out. It looks good.
And then we'll make sure we pack firepower just in case, because
Yeah.
we're rolling through Alabama, and you can't tell everybody like, hey, do you guys know Andy McHugh? Because it's not going to get you very far.
Right, or Gene Mattingly. Yeah.
Well, he's Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if we get around the Mobile area, that might help us, but not the way we're going. So yeah, that's kind of the.
I just like we will sweep. We will put the rest of the laundry away. We will make sure the dishes are clean. We will run the dish disposal. We will put bleach down the sinks so that it doesn't draw gnats. We will make sure that the lizard's fed and everything's ready to rip. Even though, like I said earlier, Mama May, she'll come out several times in the week and check on the dogs and do all that jazz. She'll come out and do that, and then
Bleach down the sinks, huh?
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Not too much because you don't want to kill the good bacteria in your shit tank, but just enough to clean the pipes out. But yeah, so just basically clean the house before we leave.
So-
that way when you get back, it's not a mess.
What kind of road snacks you pack? Like, what's the cooler packing situation?
that was actually like a potential second hour topic, but I'm glad that we got a few more minutes here because I would love to discuss.
We got all the time in the world for you, big guy.
What? Okay, number one, placement of said cooler. So
The kids.
yes, like it's going to go right behind the center console right here to where I can still get in it while driving.
Yeah.
The warden doesn't have to like turn around and get super car sick trying to fish her out of water.
Does she get car sick?
Oh God, yeah. Hell yeah.
Really?
If you want her to
So does Jenna.
yeah, if you want her to turn around, that's a recipe for disaster. Like, yeah, we're talking earbuds. Basically, I thought about getting Justine a pair of blinders to where like she could just lock in,
Like some horse blinders?
whatever.
You want Janelle to get her some from the?
Well, I mean,
vet
maybe not
office?
like not for equine, but like they make people blinders too.
Maybe you could just get one of those little headset units for your phone so she can
Oculus.
watch a show.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Get a little virtual reality. Maybe she just wants blinders so she doesn't see your face.
That could be too. Yeah, I got a really nasty.
Maybe you
side.
could just wear a ski mask.
Oh boy, I'm sure that won't look sus as we're rolling through Nashville or all of these other large, predominantly crime-stricken cities.
I'll have the hand cannon.
Yeah, we'll have a judge under the seat, but
Raging Judge. of
Raging
course.
Bull.
Raging Bull.
That's what you got, big old dirty Harry looking bastard. Remember when the guy what was there, and he shoots it and that bang.
Oh,
bang,
yeah.
Joker. Yeah, but so obviously it's going to have Diet Pepsi, maybe even Diet Dew. I've been really hardcore on the Diet.
Oh, I had a Pepsi. I had a leaded Pepsi before I got here. I needed
Good,
a little
dude.
pick me up.
Yeah,
I
they're
had
good.
one when I picked Wyatt up and bought my lottery tickets earlier.
Oh
Yeah.
goddamn, dude! If we win that son of a bitch,
We're full time podcasters.
yes, without a doubt. Now does that go for all of us? Like
If one of us were to win,
yeah.
I think there's got to be some stipulations because if you just win like $500,000, it's going to be hard to get everybody to.
No, if the cash payout's 765,
I would do the annuity.
That's dumb. We've already talked about it.
It's not dumb.
How do you figure?
How do you figure it is? Because I found out you can leave it to your.
Yeah, it's transferable
It's transferable.
to your estate.
The first year is the shittiest year, and for $1.7 billion, it's $15.5 million bucks. And then it goes up. The last year's like 56 or 58 million. So you're getting a payday of.
But why would you not just take the full shot one deal?
Because
you get
in the
700
annuity, and in the annuity you get like 1 point some change billion.
How long is the annuity though? 30 years.
29.
29 years. So at my age now, I could feasibly, if I had that kind of money, I'd pay a personal trainer and a cook. I could probably make it 29 years.
Personal trainer and a cook. Oh, TikTok user 6975. I love it. Yeah. So in the cooler situation, we
DC, maybe DC, maybe DD, Diet Dew or Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Water. The warden's a big water.
we don't pack water because you have to pee.
Well,
We don't pack mini drinks because if you have to pee, we ain't stopping for you.
right. Okay. Well, you got to have something to pee in. And my kids don't piss in diapers. So, like, it's
Hey,
an
2
issue.
out of 3 are potty trained.
Nice work. Good
Yeah.
plan. But I may wear a diaper for myself. It just depends on how nutty I feel. Justine's got one of them nurse bladders. Sometimes she won't piss for 10 hours, 12 hours.
That's
insane.
that's how you get trucker's bladder.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, there's lots of snacks, dude. Sunflower seeds, beef jerky.
Shout out Mengi and our buddy Quarter Brian.
Yeah. God bless, man. All kinds of
I
shit.
really don't like road snacks in the vehicle. It just makes a mess.
God. Yeah.
Man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, kids, sit back there, look out the window, and shut your mouth.
For the
What you
for
got?
the next 11 hours.
What do you got going on? What do you got?
We'll do so obviously with the youngsters. I'm a big we're big fans of combos, which is really chap Dave's ass because
Yeah.
those things can make a mess.
Ooh-wee.
That's what Jenny always gets. It.
Yeah, and then Jolly Ranchers because obviously
yeah.
they keep you.
You don't give your kids that.
No,
do you?
that's all for Dad.
Jesus
So they'll
Christ.
stick to the seats.
Yeah,
Or
no.
they will
So-
suck right back down to
So
the
we'll
throat.
do like some chips and some things like that, if like for the kids. But really, it's like they're Go-Grits, they're applesauce things.
Gotcha.
They're Go-Grits.
Go-Grits.
I like coffee.
Crustables.
Lots of coffee. Well, that
Yeah.
makes you piss, too.
So
I don't mind stopping for pee breaks.
No.
how often do you stop?
When I got to go.
We
Usually.
normally make it to around Nashville and need gas, or like maybe we're at a half tank, 3 quarts.
300 miles, 300 miles at a time.
Yeah, and I feel like it's close to Nashville. Nashville's like 220, 240 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere around Nashville we'll stop. Then normally halfway through, you get into quarter of the way through Alabama, somewhere in there. And then that's typically where we stopped the last 2 times because we're going to Fort Morgan. So now we'll drive a little farther and stop for groceries because we can't get in till 5.
Yeah,
We'll stop at Dothan.
we we stopped in Huntsville
A lot of helicopters.
because I wanted the kids to see the rocket that they're
not there
taking.
anymore.
down.
It's
I know.
already gone.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
So my goal Saturday morning will be to get to Huntsville to that rest stop.
Without pissing?
Yep. Kids will be everybody will be sleeping.
What time you leaving?
Van, I can't sit that long in that van with
It
that
gets
happening.
tough.
What time you leave?
We're leaving 3:34.
Yeah, we'll leave at 3, hopefully.
I thought you said 4.
3. I mean, that's our target time. Realistically, it'll probably be 5:30.
I don't think Jen is waiting past 4.
Yeah. So, but what we'll do? So, we were last year on this trip down to this swamp. Don't book a vacation here; it's terrible. People are just mean and rude.
I mean, if you want to be like you're in Indiana, you go down there.
Yep. And so I was cruising, and we get to Birmingham, and it's just by this time it's probably rush hour traffic through there. And I told Janelle, I was like, I have to piss, and Janelle's like, it's 8 lanes, and you're out here humming along like there's no getting over. And I said, well, I'm about to piss myself. She goes, well, what are you going to do? And I go, we're going to flip on the signal, and we're going to just get on over there. Middle of rush hour traffic in Birmingham. I'm all the way over into the grass. Just took a piss. Janelle goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, who's going to stop? Like, nobody.
They won't stop if you're dead.
Nobody cares.
No.
Like, we don't drive a fancy enough vehicle to get carjacked, so they ain't coming, But,
What a wild spot. I
Yeah.
can't wait to go.
yeah, it'll be good.
It'll be a good time.
So this past weekend, sorry.
No.
You're this
so-
past weekend, we had the opportunity. If Wanderers will recall, we sat down with our buddy Red, Dustin Harris, and we talked to him about the Korn Ferry Tour Championship down in Victoria. And Dave was gone celebrating Gam's birthday. You got to celebrate when you get to 90 because that's a good run.
Yeah.
So Big Mason and I went down to Victoria National, and we took it all in.
Wow.
And
Heard that about you.
I had a blast. I think it was great. It was cool. It was fun. Our host Dustin was great. Meeting Dustin's parents, his dad. We could probably have his dad on the show.
Yeah. Sure.
He's got some tales, but we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Watch golf. We actually even got to go down on 18 right by the green. Watch these guys finish.
Alejandro Tosti and was it Fishburne?
Fishburne. 2 out of 3 had their tour cards.
Yeah. They were sticks.
But it was
pretty
blast to watch them come in and watch them finish and, hey, congratulations, all that stuff. And then watching those guys get their tour cards was cool because it was like a lifetime achievement. Mm-hmm. And then you realize a third of them have been to the PGA Tour, weren't good enough to stay, and now worked their way back.
Had to come back.
But for the 20 that were, going for the first time, that was pretty cool. But we had a blast, and Tour Championship is going to be in French Lick next year, and I can only imagine what we can get into next year. Because there was actually a few golfers that I was like, man, they'd probably be good on the show. There was one guy had a great mustache.
Oh, God.
Wasn't a real big guy, but he had like a great mustache. And then there was another guy that, he was left-handed, and left-handed people generally are just unique. And then there was a guy that we ran into a guy that we talked to that was from, was he from Pike County? Gibson County. Gibson County.
He was from Pike County.
Yeah, and there was one golfer, I think it was Jason Cap. Was that who it was?
Might have been.
Was just really good with, hey, here's a golf ball, here's a golf glove.
Yeah.
Like
the kid made a haul. He came out with a half dozen balls and a couple gloves.
His golf bag's full now.
Cool stuff.
But just a few guys that were just truly cool dudes. We had a little controversy, Smoke.
A little what now?
Controversy.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. But we had
Emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah. There was a situation where a guy missed the cut.
Absolutely.
Or 30. Not missed the cut. He wasn't in the top 30. He was 31.
Just where they had to pull one back, give him 2 strokes because he gave the ball.
Yes.
So this guy who was also another just absolute great dude was in the fairway, and there's a local rule when you're in the fairway, you can mark your ball. You see a lot of them put a tee in. They pick up their golf ball, clean it up, and then they can set it back down. Well, he set his down, and it moved
Forward.
And the rule is you have to set it down again to reattempt
Twice.
And then if it moves again, then you can play it where it lies, or you ask for a ruling and they do all that stuff. Well, he only did it once. And I was talking to a guy that was involved with Dustin and his crew, and I was talking to him today and thanking him for, hey, it was great. It's good to see you. Didn't get to talk very long, but, can't wait to see you next year. And he said, the crazy thing about it is if it's not the Tour Championship, because it's not on TV, nobody freaking knows.
Wow.
But because it's the Tour Championship and it's on TV, somebody sees it and they say, hey, that ball moved, and then he played it. And I was like, man, that's tough. But it's wild because a guy that thought he was out was in, and they were both good dudes from what I've heard from those guys that work with the tour, like both excellent, outstanding dudes, and just tough.
Technicality, man.
Yeah. But rules are rules.
That's right.
Smoke would see it that way. We hung out with the Mom Water and Dad Water guys. We watched their guy hit a putt to make it onto the tour.
You got it, bro.
Made it in. That was pretty cool for them. They were set up with a Dad Water stand. We talked to them about coming on to the show. Just kind of talk about what they have going on. But
Sure.
It was really neat. It was cool how they got this golfer when you go to sponsor a golfer. So I'm thinking, Smoke, maybe we go sponsor a golfer next year. You in on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
We're going to have to start selling some more ads.
Yeah. Cocktails and beer were flowing. I think I got home and it was one of those sneak attacks where the bourbon kind of snuck up on me.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was the day drinking. And the day drinking doesn't seem to catch up sometimes until, later on. It snuck up and got me, Dave.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. So,
We
what do you have, big fella? You were along for the ride.
Well,
Your
I had
first golf tournament.
It was awesome. So I wore the wrong glasses, so I was already screwed up before I left. But that was a absolutely phenomenal experience. It was neat, like golf in the raw. Like it was the etiquette was on point. Like I think at one point the dude, if you can believe this, we were like on number 9 green, right in front of a gymongous like electronic leaderboard, you know, and the viewing area or the quote unquote peanut gallery was quite some distance away from the green because of the lay of the land where the green was. There really wasn't. It was out on basically like a peninsula out into the water, and there's just not very spectator friendly, I guess you would say. So I didn't think that I needed to like really put the muzzle on. You know what I mean? I was just talking to this gentleman from over. He said he lived over by Petersburg, played at Pride's Creek quite a bit, and we were talking to him.
We did humbly brag that we were Velpen.
Yeah, we won the Velpen
Disposal invite.
Velpen Invitational, but we were talking, and the guy with the old quiet stick, like, just gave me the old, the old 1-2 there. You know what I mean? With the quiet stick, he's flashing this big ass white stick that says quiet on it, and I thought, well, goddamn, Gramps. I mean, that guy's 40 yards away from me. I mean, I know my voice carries, but Jesus Christ, there's 17,000 people 25, 30 yards across the lake from him, rip-roaring drunk in a damn skybox. And here I am just, having a normal conversation. And I thought, wow. So they take that shit serious, which is pretty wild. But no, man, it was crazy. I felt out of place. I would say it. Like, I felt out of place slightly. You know what I mean? Like, it's I guess that caliber of golf. Like I was telling Casey's buddy Tyler, like, and old Swing Dog, I was telling those guys several times. I was like, it's wild to not see anybody like not drinking beer while they're playing golf, or not trying to find their ball and their gunch off the tee box, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just seeing golf played at that level is absolutely mind-boggling. Like, these guys they're good. You know what I mean? And I think that's really cool, seeing that firsthand. You know what I mean? I think I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not going to go into that branding thing, but like, there's another professional golf tournament, like professional series of golf, like another league.
Yeah, there you go.
And I think it's a little bit more like drinking friendly and
trashy.
Yeah. And I think maybe that would be neat to, because they're still really, really top tier golfers, but I think it would be like the atmosphere might be just a little bit different than, say, the other league, if you can smell what I'm stepping in.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, though, course is absolutely beautiful. I know I would probably have to take a 5-gallon bucket along with me just because of how bad I suck off the tee box, but I still think it would be neat to play that course one time. I think it's beautiful. I think it's mind-boggling.
5-gallon bucket for?
A golf balls. Like, full of golf balls. Like, I would have to have that many golf balls to play.
I got you.
But I think it's, like, that course is beautiful, and it's mind-boggling to think that that's just old stripper pits. Like, that's just old spoil-ass coal mine ground that they've...
Not good for nothing else.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
It's just
Makes a good golf
pure
course.
junk, and it's beautiful. Really cool.
Smoke, we had a moment. We went down to the old buffet. We went down to the buffet, and we made our first plate up. And I looked at Kobe.
Hit the light.
Oh, good.
Hit the light.
I think you hit the phone, the camera.
Oh, that
Hit the light first.
that could be an interesting thing.
That was a scary minute there.
So, anyways, Smoke, like, we get done eating, and I go, well, I think, you think we ought to double dip before we head back up? Big fella goes, well, yeah.
I thought you were going with the other, like the fear, like the pure look of terror in my eyes, like after we got our first plate.
Oh,
yeah.
when he sat down in this chair,
the
Smoke.
chairs that I don't think they planned for very many fat people at this golf tournament. Because these oh God, Dave, these chairs were like, it was definitely screaming, help me. Like when I was sitting on it.
He goes, "Hey, do you think the chair's okay?" I'm like, "Buddy."
I said, what do you think the over-under is on me absolutely going flat on my back when I sit down on this son of a
Your lid's off a little bit there.
That's okay. Thank you. But yeah, no, we sit down. Which primetime catering? I don't know that this shit was killer.
Prime. Yeah, they did a good
It
job.
was good. They had like kielbasa sausage, macaroni and cheese, corn, green beans, a salad. Oh, it was killer. But yeah. Oh boy, over here, Mr. Snooty white collar cat says, "Hey, you think it'll look bad if we, grab another plate before we?" Because the eating area was separate from the viewing area on the 18th.
Drinking area.
Like you could take your food up there and stand and eat, or sit at a bar top if you wanted to. But I knew going down there that it was going to be like a multiple trip deal.
Oh, it's a buffet.
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna but I mean, it wasn't a buffet. It was served to you, but you could go through endless amounts of times.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You think we should hit her up again before we go up?"
The old
I'm
double
like,
dip. The old double dip.
Yeah, like throw that plate in the trash, buddy, and get your ass back in line.
Yeah.
And we did, and it was good.
And we did, Dave, I don't want you to think that it was just all play for us. We told some folks about the podcast.
Yeah.
We were on the first tee. It was kind
And-
of a funny moment. There was a ruckus going on at the driving range. And what was it?
Like, holy F, Mark. Like the guy with the quiet stick, there's a foursome teeing off. Or I think they're groups of four, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guys are teeing off, but they are...
Threes. Some of them were threes.
What's that mean?
Well, some of them there was only threes. So like in the groups
Oh,
were
yeah,
guys
No,
that
so
were,
these guys teed off. They started on hole 10.
Mm-hmm.
That means that they weren't
in contention.
They weren't in contention. They were they're basically just looking for points to finish their season. And they've started off on 10, and this guy from Australia with a righteous ass mullet, like really looked good. And some dudes, the number one tee box is adjacent to the range, but there's like a big wall of fox grass and a bunch of, I guess you would call it wannabe heather, you know what I mean? Like just a bunch of grassy shit in front of the and this dude's over there on the range. I don't know if he ran something over with a golf cart or if he like dropped his beer or something, and he's like, "Holy F, Mark," like really loud, and this guy's like holding the quiet stick, but these guys can't see what's going on, at the range. And after that dude hits, and they're all finished, it was the last guy to tee off, and the Australian dude's like, "I think I'd like to go hang out with those blokes," or something something along that line. Like, I think I want to go, because he's obviously playing like shit, and there's not in contention at all. He's literally just trying to finish his round and go home.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I think I'd like to hang out with those guys." You know what I mean? And we were just like, oh, God.
And there was a guy playing a yellow golf ball.
Oh, yeah. And he made the cut.
Yeah, he got his tour card.
He got his card. He was playing with a green golf ball.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. So next year,
Yeah.
I think it'll be that last stretch in September, first part of October, up there at the Pete Dye
And we're going.
at French Lick.
Dave, just so you know.
And
Can we get rooms so we don't have to come home?
The blocks.
I'm going to start. I'm going to get a room here now, I think. Are you allowed to schedule that far?
yeah,
That's good.
A lot of room blocks are probably full.
well, we'll figure it out.
Because I bet there's going to be some cool people to BS with in the casino.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, if
it's
you-
going to be an experience to
die
die
for.
for.
We'll have to bring on Red because he said he had some pretty good stories to tell us. So we
Oh, yeah.
we might have to revisit Red.
We'll definitely bring Red back on, because he said he's got some awesome stories already from this year. So
yeah, Dave, go ahead.
I hate walnuts.
Okay.
My grandma's lived in the house she's living in for 30-some, over 30 years. Probably not quite 40 years. Mm-hmm. I know it's not quite 40 years because I'm not 40 yet. And I remember her moving in there vaguely. But there are walnut trees up on walnut trees. Man, those mics are good.
what is happening right now? God, excuse me while I skin this meat stick back. Take a big old horn off of it.
Could you hear that?
Well, yeah, in HD quality.
I'm hungry.
I guess.
But anyway, And I used to always hate the walnuts on the ground because you can't walk anywhere without twisting an ankle. And I just have no idea why the hell anybody would have kept them trees there. There's one walnut tree that's probably in the yard. There's one walnut tree that's probably about 4 foot in diameter that may be worth keeping.
A good one, yeah.
You know, fine. But the other ones are still now just maybe 8 or 10 inches. And why the hell would anybody keep a walnut tree?
Are you really serious? Like, do you not know?
No.
Really?
The horses are the walnuts aren't good for horses. We
No.
always
How many guns do you own that have wooden stocks?
okay, fine, but nobody's. Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing you there.
Walnut is one of the most. It's like one of the prettier, more sought after wood. Like that's what it's for. Walnut.
But nobody is harvesting the trees off of this particular 80 acres.
Well, not right now.
And you
Ever.
take the walnuts.
What do you mean ever?
Nobody will ever they'll get burnt. Anytime a walnut tree falls or gets cut down, it gets burnt.
For sure, for sure. No. Like if you have a walnut tree in your front yard and it's not serving a purpose for like, i.e., shade.
Yeah,
or-
no,
or
these are
you-
just annoying ass trees.
Yeah, same with sweet gum trees. Same for
Those are the green balls.
no, the spike. Yeah, they turn brown. They're spikies.
yeah,
That's the one I used to have in my front yard that Ruby always used to get stuck in her paw.
Oh yeah.
Like those trees are absolutely worthless. Which unfortunately I have about 486,000 of them in the grove of woods that I live in. It's terrible. And so like anything messy, like if you have a pool, like we have pools, right? Our
yeah.
biggest nightmare is obviously at our house is pine trees, pine needles everywhere. It's a soft wood. They're brittle as hell. They break off during a storm. They get the limbs snap during ice. You know, they might as well. They fall right in there with a Bradford pear in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
They do hold a lot of shade. They keep things a little cooler around our house in the summertime. But yeah, no, I'm all about getting rid of not necessarily invasive. Well, yeah, definitely invasive trees, but like, you know, the walnut trees, the catalpa tree is another big, real
the catalpa.
real messy tree. Eleanor Jane Meister. There's a great big old black walnut down in the Holland Park. Beautiful, beautiful Holland Park, which has several black walnut trees. Black walnut trees obviously drops its fruit around this time of the year.
Yep.
Right? Like David's twisting his ankles on and shit. Well, as these black walnuts start to rot, they break down into black piles of basically goo.
Yeah, Wyatt's pretty pissed because he wore school. I picked him up from school.
Yeah.
And he didn't know that he couldn't walk on walnuts.
Yeah.
His
So
shoes are all
Eleanor
stained.
Jane at the Holland Fest was playing with these walnuts, and her hands
Stained yellow.
were stained black because they were they're the black walnuts, so they decay. But they like her hands are still a tinge blacker than
So back in the day,
what they should be.
Papa Frank told me that they used to, the furniture factories
Yeah, that's the stain.
would get the walnuts, and that's what they'd use for.
Walnut stain.
Yeah.
I was talking with my cousins that were in for Viv's birthday, and one time we got in trouble because we were smashing up all the rinds and making paint out of it.
Oh
with,
yeah,
like,
dude, war paint, and then it stained.
It was there for a while.
Hey, did you see Aunt Perry?
I did.
Did you tell her we said hi?
I sure did.
Big fan of the
We
show.
forgot her swag.
Yeah, I apologize for not bringing the swag.
Oh shoot, Aunt Perry.
I just say we'll get her address and we'll send her a care package.
It
Uh,
takes a
so-
while to get over to the island there.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Wait, she lives on an island.
Orcas Island off of Washington.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that.
Orcas. So they say, like when I was a kid, when we were down there, when we'd go to Selvin, to Mamaw Selvin's house, Miss Mary Masner, we'd go down to her house, and Dad would mow on the old Snapper Comet, and
That's
me,
right.
and me and my brother would just, dick around and do kid stuff, and like we would come home and our feet, the bottoms of our feet would just be plum purple, mulberry tree.
Yep.
They stain the piss out of the bottom of your feet. Yeah, I don't like walnuts either because number one, they stain everything. Like you ever drive down a pavement road that's got a bunch of tree, like a canopy tunnel?
My mulberry tree on the road here.
Well, it
Purple road.
that stains the road, but like the walnuts, they stain the shit out of the road too. But now, do you know that there is a market for walnut hulls?
Really?
Because walnut hulls, when dried, they use that for different mediums for
Soda blasting.
so yeah, like tumbling and doing things like that. Yeah, like blasting medium. I guess you'd say like for brass, like gun. Like if you're a reloader and you take your brass and you tumble your brass in a medium. I know there's people in Holland, Indiana that I shall remain nameless that would haul truckloads of walnuts still in the hull. Like they would haul whole walnuts to another place located in DuBois County that I'm pretty sure they don't do it anymore. But at one time there was a market for it, and they bought like, I could be drastically wrong when I say this, but I think they bought almost like a half a pallet of Busch Light with their walnut money. Like it was, yeah, like it was worth their time. Like they would take them by a 5-gallon bucket, and the one guy had a truck that maybe he didn't drive it a lot or something or whatever, but they put a tarp in the bed, and then they filled that whole bed level full.
You could fill 3 beds. And I guess I remember once when we were kids, Grandpa put some 2x4s on the roof of the chicken sheds, and we put a bunch of walnuts up there to dry out, and, Grandma froze a bunch of walnuts there and everything that year. But and I never thought about it, but now as I'm like, man, that tree's in my way. I'm just going to cut it down. I'm like, why in the hell are these trees still here? Mm-hmm. And
I mean, there's nothing better than like a fresh. What would we say? What do we use walnuts with? Like
Cookies.
Yeah, like cookies or like a donut, like a Long John with some fresh walnut on top. Or whatever, ice cream with some walnut crush on the top there. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could do with it.
Well, not with 6 truckloads.
No, that would be a lot of ice cream walnut chunks.
Dangerous, too, if you're just sitting around drinking when the
Oh,
wind blows.
goddamn. You have to wear a helmet.
Them SOBs
Yeah,
are like
wear a helmet.
25 feet tall. They're up there.
Yeah.
They're skinny for how tall they are.
Yeah. That's why they're so sought after, because they grow straight. And there's usually, was it pretty good ways for the first limb?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
12
why
foot.
that's a pretty expensive tree. But yeah, I got a big one down there when you come in on the left there, when you're coming in the drive, right before we get to Casey's, well, our lanes, it's on the left. It's a big in there. Yeah.
We, I've got a few sprinkled throughout there, but I've got a few that I thought about putting in the yard, and then it was like, maybe just transplant them into the tree line because it's a mess.
Yeah.
When they drop. Now, Corey.
Now, pig nuts, like hickory nuts, like a pig nut hickory, like pig nut tree.
Yeah.
They'll drop like hell too. I mean, any nut bearing fruit, like when the mass crop is here, I mean, it sounds like artillery shells. If you got like a metal roof and you got trees around, I could imagine what old Hornet's garage sounds like when the wind blows, because he's got a hellacious grove of. There's some big oak trees and shit right around in there, and there's freaking squirrels everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere, Dave.
All over.
I love them.
Well, and
The
Dave,
wood. I love the wood, but not the nuts. Yeah.
You'll take both and like it.
Oh boy.
And Dave, with your shin situation, you really have to be careful.
Bitch.
I think
Well,
that's
my
why
ankle's still hurting from that golf debacle.
Oh
What
god.
was that, June?
Yeah, it's still not right.
Is it affecting your golf game?
I mean, sure. I'll blame it on that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. At least we have an excuse then. Perfect.
You know what we don't need an excuse for?
Glizzy time.
Eating glizzies.
Attaboy.
We'll be right back.
Hey, Wonders. Smoker here with today's Pause for the Cause sponsor, Velpen Trucking and Disposal. Are you tired of clutter piling up around your home or business? Looking for a hassle-free solution to dispose of your waste? Well, look no farther than Velpen Trucking and Disposal, your full-service, locally owned and operated waste hauling and disposal company that provides the following services: commercial waste disposal, residential waste disposal with standard 96-gallon totes, roll-off container service, demolition services, and their public construction and demolition landfill. It's that time of year again, folks. Fall cleanup. As we said before, on top of the residential tote service, Velpen offers residential and commercial dumpster service with dumpsters from 2 to 8 cubic yards. If it's a big job you're looking at, Velpen also has roll-off service, offering 20, 30, and 40-yard dumpsters. At Velpen Trucking and Disposal, they understand that managing waste can be a daunting task. That's why they're here to make your life easier. Their state-of-the-art fleet and landfill facility offers a comprehensive range of services to meet all your disposal needs. Servicing the southwestern Indiana region, including DuBois, Martin, Spencer, Pike, and Gibson counties. That's going to be communities such as Jasper, Vincennes, Washington, Huntingburg, Dale, Santa Claus, Ferdinand, Lagodi, Montgomery, Petersburg, and many others. Whether you need to dispose of construction debris, yard waste, household items, or industrial materials, they've got you covered. Their diverse range of disposal options ensures that your waste finds its proper place. Call them today at 812-354-3280 or visit their website at velpendisposal.com.
Hey, and we're back. Big shout out to our friends at Velpen Disposal. Chops, you're the man.
That's right.
We appreciate your support. If you've got a big fall project like the big fella over there in the scrapyard dog shirt going on, get you one of those dumpsters, 40, 30, 20, 10, all sizes. Rent it from them. They'll drop it off wherever you want it. Chuck all your junk in there. They'll come pick it up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Or if you're looking for residential trash, our buddy Dave here, you got a 2-yarder out there?
Something of that nature.
Dave's got a 2-yarder. Big fella over there's got a rollaway bin. I don't know.
A tote.
A
96-gallon tote.
tote. He's toting out and about.
A toter, yeah.
So, but big shout out and thanks to Velpen Disposal. Give them a call. Tell them the Dutchman sent you.
Test.
And work from there. So, hour 2, let's go.
So
We're going to read an ad.
yeah, let's do
hour
that
2
first, David.
Hour 2 is brought to you by our friends at Catering by Meyer.
Hey.
Look, the calendar's into October. November is next. December is lurking. Then 2024 is all of a sudden here. Did you draw the short straw and have to host a holiday party? Yeah, well, that happens. But your guests don't have to suffer. Catering by Meyer is booking up fast for the remainder of the year. Don't get left out of the convenience of having your holiday party catered. The gang at Catering by Meyer will work with you to plan the perfect menu that will leave your guests full of food and holiday cheer. Just don't take all the credit. Let your guests know it was Catering by Meyer. Hey, we appreciate them guys.
And they've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it. We do appreciate it. So now, big fella, lead.
So
into.
my topic just basically says TikTok cooking. Have you ever done it?
So can I don't mean to critique. It's not a Brazil comment like Dave doesn't like for us to do. But the show is all about wondering, not topics. So you were wondering about TikTok cooking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
What do you mean?
Oh boy.
If-
The show's, where we talk about what we all wonder about.
Oh, did I say I was thinking?
No, you said my
just-
topic.
Your topic. Like, hey, I was wondering about,
Okay.
it's all
Yeah.
about branding.
That's okay.
Splitting hairs over here.
Yeah.
Here, come here, let me split one.
So I was wondering
There it is.
Oh boy.
about TikTok cooking.
Yeah.
Just made one the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. That's what I was looking for. I have found so many recipes via the TikToks that I will save them and go back and then go to the store and buy what they like. Basically, it's a visual cookbook, and it's mostly obviously really unhealthy shit 95% of the time, but God bless, are they good.
So the other day I made pizza sliders. So you cut the King's Hawaiian rolls in halvesies.
Oh, yeah. Put some sauce on there.
Put your sauce. Put your mozzarella. I used pepperoni, and then you threw some provolone on top of that, so it created a nice kind of thick sandwich consistency. And then threw some pizza sauce on top of that. Threw it on there, covered, baked for 20, 25 minutes, nice and melty.
Better be good with some of that everything seasoning on top.
Melted some butter
there
and
you go.
put some garlic, Parmesan. I didn't have any of the everyday seasoning, but a little bit of the Italian.
Every day season.
Isn't that what it is?
Anything.
Anything. I said everything. That's my fault.
anything. And so, and it turned. Kids love them. Janelle loved them.
No, it's not. It's everything bagel. You're right. Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
So, but that was my latest. I've got some. I'm on this. It's kind of maybe a topic on its own, but I'm on a big kick on what you can do with these King's Hawaiian rolls.
Oh yeah.
Because there's one that's like a cinnamon roll recipe where you kind of carve out the middle and then you put your cream cheese icing in there with the cinnamon mix of everything. And I don't know. I love it. I love it seeing it. And also cooking TikTok keeps me off of cancer TikTok, which some reason I jump into that algorithm a lot. But yeah, cooking TikTok's good. Smoking TikTok's good. Not like
Cigarettes?
smoking meats.
Oh.
Smoking meats is
Now,
good.
see, I don't use like recipes, but I get inspired a lot to just rummage through the cupboard. Like earlier this week, since this probably could have been part of your first topic. Another thing that's kind of a pain in the ass about vacation time.
Operation Fridge Clean Out.
Right. So you don't want a whole bunch of stuff in there. So we haven't gone to the grocery to restock anything. So we're kind of getting down to
The nitty gritty.
the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
But I seen somebody have a tater tot casserole on the TikTok, and I'm like, oh man, I bet I got enough stuff to rig up something like that. And I got a couple real picky kids. Wyatt may be picky, but he's decent enough not to tell me about it.
Yeah, nice
Like
kid.
he'll eat it.
He's a good kid.
And he was like, oh, what do you think? But he's like, yeah, it's not bad. It's good. It's just it's not as good as that other stuff. But he'll always get a second. The other kids are like, yeah, that looks gross. I'm like, well, it's a casserole. It's not supposed to look good.
Yeah, casseroles don't look good.
But anyway, so I don't get into like, oh, they said this ingredient, that ingredient, and where to get it at. I just kind of Kentucky windage and looks like probably a little bit of this and a sprinkle of that. And
You know, I'm very surprised by that because your personality screams everything has to be in order.
yeah, I'm
Not
a
your
weird
personality.
kid.
That's not fair.
My
My personality screams that. Your personality
I'm very
is like,
OCD about things, but
like
Cookie's
the bills,
not one of 'em?
like the bills in your wallet.
oh, they all got to be the same.
I
direction.
encountered another individual that does that, and I called him out hard.
I don't know how you can live.
He
if
stood
you
in
don't do
line. He stood in line and did it before
Yeah.
he moved on.
that. When I paid for my lottery tickets and Pepsi with a hundo today, and he had to give me a bunch of change, so I had to sit there and there's people
Velpen invite money.
Good.
That's exactly what it was. So I get everything lined up and situated.
Move on, dude. Get out of the way. Take that
My
wad.
transaction wasn't over.
Huh?
I was still putting my change away.
Yeah. Get your shit. Pay for it. Get your change. Walk to your car and then do it. Don't stand at the damn counter and do
You know
all
how hard
that.
it is to put your wallet in your pocket while you're sitting down? I'm a front pocket wallet guy.
You know how infuriating it is to stand behind you with a handful of shit, watching you count your money back into your wallet while I'm sitting there on the verge of dropping crap.
Not as
'Cause you're
bad.
sitting there counting your money.
Not as
putting it
bad
back
as
into
the
your wallet.
asshole that's arguing with the attendant about their lottery tickets that were losers, thinking they were winners because they don't know how to read.
Yeah.
And then taking their $10 of winnings and reinvesting in it. I'd much rather stand behind this guy because at least he's doing something productive than the asshole that's got the Hoosier Lotto thing.
Oh, the booklet?
The
Was
Hoosier
it my
Lotto
dad?
booklet.
Was it my dad? The Bicklet? Was it my dad? My dad.
No, it wasn't your dad.
Numbers for.
Hey, by the way, I'm going to
27.
shout out your father.
Yeah.
Your father was out pumping gas in the old missile or rocket or whatever you called it, her van, your mother's van,
Spaceship.
with his arm in the old sling.
Yeah.
Your mother was in there. He still treats her like a princess after all these
Oh,
years.
he said I gotta go back to work, buddy. I said why? He said because your mother's gonna kill me. She said, I gotta go back to work. Man. She's gonna kill me. If I
But I was proud of it. Old Jay's out there pumping gas.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a good old boy. So I made chicken Alfredo tortellini.
Maybe we should find a TikTok recipe for Florida.
Well, I mean, yeah, we could do it. We could wing it. We could leave one option open for dinner one night and just go up to the old Piggly Wiggly and get what we need and make it. That'd be neat. That'd be spontaneous. That'd be neat. Yeah,
Or we'll do a bunch of flat iron tortilla pizzas.
I'm down. So they.
Anyway, I'm all over the place.
I love it.
You're taking a.
I'm not taking the Blackstone, but I got a 2-burner camp stove, like 14-inch by 30-inch.
Yeah.
And I got a griddle top for it.
Yeah.
So that way, when
Is that
we do our
freestanding?
It's got legs, yeah.
Yeah.
But Lieutenant Dan,
What do you?
ain't got
What
no
do we?
legs.
Where's the propane? What do we do for that?
Well, I got a big camper-sized propane tank I'm going to take down there.
And you're gonna haul that down?
We're going to have to figure it. Well, we ain't going to get very far without it.
Yeah, you're
I
exactly.
tell you
right.
what, you guys are hauling a ton of shit.
Yeah, because we cook on vacation. We don't go out to eat every.
Whoa.
That's okay.
Don't
No,
you
no, no,
dare.
No, we've
How
had this
you said it-
conversation.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, gents. We're all buddies here.
Yeah, God bless America.
No, you guys.
Whoa! Love it. But no, this chicken.
But hold on, can I explain
Okay.
why we
Yep.
do?
Mm-hmm.
So some of it is credit card points because we have a travel card and we cash some of them back.
Money falling out of your nose. Go ahead.
No, couldn't be even further from the truth. But it's just like we'll do breakfast and lunch,
Yeah.
and when it comes to dinner, like we just enjoy getting into the local fair and spending that money because we
Yeah, but you're going to be
love
there a
patties.
week, and there's only like 3 places to go.
Yeah, but if we have like a long beach day or
Oh,
we get
yeah.
together for dinner one night, like it balances out to where it's not too crazy.
Right. I mean, we got this menu planned,
Yeah.
but I hope to make it up there one day, 2 or maybe twice or whatever.
Well, if I get you to the gate code to get in.
Not to your place. I'm talking to Patty's or the Blue Parrot. No, I have no desire to go to your hobnobbing. No, I'm not taking my shoes off to go in your house, bud.
No, but I was asking Janelle, I was like, where did we eat at last? So when I think we first
A
got
place
there,
where sentences don't end in prepositions. Huh? I love it. There would be the perfect time for the cha-ching. I
Well,
think
you
it's
can
called
push it.
rim shot. I think it's what it's called on there.
you can push it.
no,
Push
it's
it.
too late.
Push it.
It's gone already.
Push it real good.
Is it this one?
You got it muted.
Yep, sure did.
You still
You
muted.
still muted.
Okay.
The red button.
Atta boy, big fella.
Hey, there we got
Ah, great job.
Found it.
So proud
Oh,
of you. Yeah. It'll be
it.
good.
That's good. That's
So
good.
back to where we were at.
TikTok recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the smoked street corn dip, I found that on TikTok. The smoked cream cheese.
We made a bunch of that at Viv's.
cream cheese.
Yeah, use taco seasoning on some of them just because Dad saw it on TikTok. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's a good one too. So the smoked cream. Quit messing with your mic.
Sorry.
You're really stroking the hell out of that deal there. Oh boy, the smoked TikTok. Nope.
Smoked TikTok.
Smoked cream cheese came from the old Ticky Tack. I've made a what the hell else was like a lot of tortellini shit, a lot of
Oh, I like
pasta.
a tortellini.
Do you do the tortellini on your Blackstone?
No,
It's
I
a
seen
boil it.
that though.
I just
seen it.
don't know how that would work.
Steam it. The guy I seen today, he made a buffalo chicken tortellini and he took bacon up
Yeah.
like you know what I'm talking about, the bacon up.
Probably Merkley's bacon.
No,
No, I think it's called bacon up.
it's
Oh,
called
it's the
bacon up.
product. It's
like
bacon
a
fat.
shortening fat.
Yeah, it's
thing.
bacon grease, basically.
Basically, yeah, that's been refined and all that shit. Which, by the way, is expensive as hell. So
Did you guys see the odds and ends pieces, pounds of bacon at the local
Yes.
grocery store for $1.99?
no,
Oh, anyway.
Was it from Merkley's?
No.
Then I did.
then I'm out. But anyway,
Hey, for camping bacon, it was.
Shout out Bradley and John Boy.
they
And Eric, because he shows up to shit.
So yeah, that's right, and Eric, because he shows up for shit. But he
guys.
put bacon up on the griddle, like on the Blackstone, and then put breaded, like I'm assuming they're pre-cooked, but like breaded chicken strips, and laid them on the Blackstone and like crisped them up.
Yeah.
And then he took the tortellini
Crisp.
Tortellini.
and then put a shit ton
Real
of
good.
put a bunch of water, like he had water in a squirt bottle, and
Yeah, a little water
High
trough.
quality H2O.
soaked the hell out of them, and
Water
then
sucks.
put a dome
It
over
really,
top
really
of them
sucks.
and steamed them.
Steamy.
Pretty wild. But yeah, there's all kinds of shit on TikTok that sounds really good. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Well, did we not have another TikTok recipe?
No, nope.
We're at 12 minutos.
Are you done?
We're
Are
totally
you
fine.
upset?
Yep, no, we're good.
All right, fellas.
Can't
It
wait
is.
to talk about the stars.
Well, go ahead then. Just talk about them.
I don't know what there's.
It's your topic. Go ahead.
No, it's yours.
Oh, is it?
Clearly states Casey.
Smoke.
What were you wondering about?
It's that time of year, buddy.
Soup season.
Well, that too. And flannel season.
Oh God, yeah.
And short sleeve sweatshirt season.
That's right.
Rocking it.
Bill Belichick.
Raider baseball.
He wants his shirt back.
But you know what it is?
What is it?
It is enjoy an evening walk with the crisp, cool evenings and the stars out where you can see them all. I have a habit, good, bad, right or wrong, that once the kids get down and everybody gets settled, I'll go get my cardio in. Shout out Doc Flamian. Physical's coming up October 27th. Told you now I need to make sure I pack my walking shoes so I get some exercise in while we're on vacation.
That's right.
But I enjoy going to walk out amongst the stars when it gets good and clear and cool like it is.
Walking after midnight.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But you're out there sometimes when it's brighter. Like, you know, I mean, it's unreal. You can see everything. But it's that time of the year. And I was just wondering if you guys, because during the summertime, humidity makes it tough. It's not very
Terrible.
good.
It's awful.
It's terrible. But now we're into that prime stargazing. And I was just wondering if any of you guys, probably not taking walks.
Do you know what light? Whoa. Judge much?
Hey,
Do you know what
I
light?
walk some, yo.
You know what light pollution is?
Yeah.
I bet I walk more than him every day.
Oh, I bet so.
oh, this is your sham on
What?
blue collar, white collar, and I'm a desk jockey, yada, yada, yada.
No, it's sham. It's the truth, bro.
Yeah.
But do you know what light pollution is?
Mm-hmm.
Like there is none at where we live.
I don't think I have any here. Maybe a very little bit.
You have a dust of dawn light right outside your door.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
can turn that off.
You can?
This one?
Well, the one that's got the hue, it lights the driveway up.
Yeah. I got
No, we don't. I don't have one. You don't have one.
No.
So like you could go either on my roof or case on the hill there. It's
It's spectacular.
pretty mind blowing, really.
Some people have like, so there's a baseball guy. His whole thing was like find your Zen den. That's what it is.
No shit.
It's find your Zen den. Shout out Trotsky baseball. Nate Trotsky's a nice guy. A lot of good stuff about the mental aspect of the game. But we talked about it. Like, what's your Zen den? Like, where do you find not complete, but where do you find your most clarity, the most perspective? Like, where is that at? And for me,
crapper.
Yeah, could be.
it could be. But for me, it's when it gets this time of year and I get out for a walk and it's it's great. Like, it's so
I
relaxing.
think mine
It's
used to
unreal.
probably be the tree stand. When I used to deer hunt a lot, man, when it was like colder than shit.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's colder, like when it's dark, when you walk in and it's dark, and then when you're cold, obviously, so you walk in, you sweat your nuts off, you get in there, then you start to get cold, right? Well, then, right when the day breaks, like right when it gets light enough for you to see that tree that's 20 feet over there, unless you're on like a east-facing hillside, it's colder when the sun comes up, like right at daybreak, than it is when it's dark. And I think after that's over and the sun starts to peak and you start to warm up and you really start enjoying yourself, that's where like you literally, it's just like put your phone away and just listen. You know what I mean? Like I think that was what always cool. And like listening to squirrels bark, like you said, the nuts falling, hearing that squirrel, scamper through the weeds or through the leaves and thinking it's the world's biggest buck coming, and you look over and it's just a
Little squirrel chasing something.
pack of squirrels messing around. But like there, man, which everybody knows where you are because you do the right thing and tell people where you're going to go. You kind of have a half-ass idea when you're going to get back. Your wife's in a good mood when you left, so there's not going to be like any ETA texts or when you're going to be home or any of that.
I got a huge ETA text when we were down at Korn Ferry.
In all caps.
And she was like, ETA? And I was like,
I think ETA autocorrects to all caps.
It might, yeah, it probably
Yeah,
does.
she probably was fine.
Yeah.
I went and I explained what was going on. Like, it all worked out. Yeah.
But like the stargazing thing for me, it's probably right in there. But like when you're out in the woods and it's just, you and your thoughts, I think that's probably it might still be my Zen den. Like I don't get to do it as much anymore because I'm got about 17 kids in tow with me when I'm deer hunting now. But yeah, just it's pretty wild.
On what night was that? Tuesday night? I think it was Tuesday night.
That
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah. As soon as I got out the front door, I could feel it. I could smell it in the air. 2 shooting stars right away. I knew it was going to be a good night. And then I got down the hill and he was throwing stuff in the dumpster and I was like, I'm not going to turn my light on yet. Because next thing you know, I'd be throwing shit in his dumpster for him because he's trying to get it done. I'm all about being a good neighbor.
Did you see me out there?
Yeah, because Hornet stopped by.
Oh yeah,
I snuck past.
He helped me get the turtle shell out of the attic.
Oh, you should have called. I could have helped you.
No, you didn't turn your light on. I didn't even know you were present.
I know.
Or if I would have called, you wouldn't answer your phone. He's a tough guy to get a hold of.
Stop it.
I'm not lying.
Well, anytime Dave calls, I answer.
I know. It's fine. It's whatever. It's what those 2 buttons on the side are for. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like stargazing too. Did you ever have any apps that would tell you where the things are at? My kids love that shit.
I like it better when I'm down in Florida, Alabama, because I'm not as familiar with
the placement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Big Dipper's still the Big Dipper, even when you're in Florida.
Yeah, but you get a different view on things.
Right. My kids used to have one that would make like the most. You ever? What the hell was that? App called that you could play. I mean, we still do every now and then. So when we transition from the window unit turning off, or the air conditioners when they turn off, and then like it's not hot enough to run the heater, or like listen to your furnace run or whatever. So it's like slick quiet in your room when you're trying to sleep, but you're always used to some sort of ambient noise. We'll click on like a noise app, like the sleep app or you can go to podcasts, you can go to YouTube, you can go wherever and
I
listen
asked
to
Alexa to play thunderstorm noises.
Yeah, like shit like that, and this
Binaural beats.
this Star app or whatever played a very similar, not ominous, but like almost like a soothing, smoothing type sound. And my kids just like, it was almost like trance-like, they would just be looking at the phone and then they'd stare off into the sky and then they'd come back to the phone and then they'd move over to this way. Yeah, so it's pretty neat.
Janelle asked Zoe about Star Lab coming in to schools. Like, do you remember Star Lab days when we were in school?
Do. Do you remember, Dave? Did you guys have Star Lab?
Yeah.
Richmond doesn't have any stars.
Huh? Yeah, the big gray blow.
The toxic
dome.
pollution in the air around Richmond prevented.
There was a bad fire at a recycling plant that had a bunch of batteries in it last year.
No way. That sucks.
And burnt for like a week.
Green energy.
I used to love Star Lab, dude. Like that.
They still do it?
Yeah.
If they don't, our kids are missing.
They're missing out on their education.
Yeah.
We may have to buy a Star Lab.
I always wanted one because I thought it'd be cool to have.
Yeah. Oh, you used to climb in there?
Dude. Speaking of Star
Sit
Lab,
around the
did you
circle?
see they have like the world's largest Star Lab now? The Sphere in Vegas?
Oh, that's
Dude,
so
that is
wild.
insane, man. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could hang. I think I'd just trip out of my gourd, freak out.
It's on the inside too?
Everywhere, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Complete.
We'll dive into that after we get done.
Can we go to Vegas for the show?
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Only to the Sphere.
Because we got a listener out there when you go talk to, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Shout out Jimmy Kramer.
Oh,
Officer.
shit.
Officer
Could you
Kramer.
imagine? I wonder how long the drive is. 3 drivers. We'd be able to rip it across.
I'm
We
not
just
driving.
fly.
I'm not driving.
We'll just fly south.
Will
You know
not
how
drive to
that
Vegas.
is like the right place to know a cop.
Then Las Vegas.
I mean, I feel like if you're gonna know a cop,
Los Vegas.
Or it'd be our luck that some bitch would be on vacation.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, been watching that Encounters show?
I turned it on, but I wasn't zoned in, so I
Oh.
turned it off so I didn't miss
Jesus Christ.
Encounters. What's it about?
aliens.
Aliens.
I'm out.
I know.
I know.
All right. Smoke Daddy, what you got?
As I was sitting at work this week, I just wish that there was a job that I could find that paid well, that I could get paid for an expectation of tasks. Like not getting paid by the hour. Well, that you got to be here this many hours. Like this week, I want you to have this done, and whether that takes you 60 hours or 6 hours, just getting paid for the job at hand here, like the actual job, not the time you spent working on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of that out there.
Like getting paid per job.
Yes.
Well, I believe there is a lot of jobs out there like that are your.
Well, tell me about them.
Like your landscapers or your.
Okay. So you work for a landscaper, like
Oh no! I don't work for him.
you're the owner.
I am.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm saying. A place you can go to work for somebody.
Oh yeah.
Because as our conversation went last week with Mr. Crow, sometimes just not cut out to be the proprietor. You just want to go in and do what you're good at, what you like doing.
You're right. You're right.
But I feel like there's not very many opportunities to say, hey, I'm really good at something. Why don't you pay me to do that? You tell me what you think is fair for the pay, and I'll get that much done. Then I'll shag ass home and go do whatever else I got to do.
But what you're getting at is that the compensation package that's going to be given to you for said tasks will be hefty enough to carry your lifestyle without a overabundance of work. Is that right? Is that what I'm smelling?
No, without an overabundance of wasted time. I feel like you can't find a person that in their 8-hour day. I'm not going to say you can't find a person. Most people in their 8-hour day have more downtime than just their breaks.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And if you knew that you could just get today, the task list was this, and not, hey, I got to be here 8 or 9 hours because that's how I got to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get this done and get it done right, but then I could leave.
Yeah.
I bet you could get that done in 5.5 hours.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Could you imagine though if you said like there was always these at the mine they'd always mess with us, like they'd say, hey, you guys, I tell you what, if you guys can get this pit of coal done and get it ready to go, you can go home. And then we'd track in bulldozer over the hill, and there's still 30 feet of rock over top of it and 4 foot of cap rock. We got to rip every inch of it out of there. And we're like, well, you son of a bitch. Like, there's no humanly way possible they'll get this done in the next 3 days, But
Dave, the real
something like that.
possibility of this work you're looking for occurs in Southeast Asia predominantly when they're making sneakers and other piecemeal
well,
things.
I was getting ready to say, so there used to be even like around here, like
Bangladesh.
no, so a lot of production type jobs.
Yeah.
You would get paid piece part. So you'd get a very
Piece
small,
rate. They call it piece rate
So
around here.
you got to hit your deal there, but that's when anything past that, you're making extra money.
Oh, yeah.
day. And I think that their production rates were much higher than
Well,
they
good
are.
God,
as,
yes.
Hey, you're just got to be here for 8 hours.
Yes.
So I think there's probably pros and cons to both, but
Oh, there's people. I know there's people in factories around here that are making, Jesus Christ, they're making 4 or 5 times what I make, and they're, like I said, they're working 8-9 hour shifts and they're just absolutely killing it. But like you said, they are working their bags off. You know what I mean? Whereas, there's other people out there, like you said, that find more downtime through their day than just their breaks.
right.
And there is. Like, there's no other way around it because of the nature of their job, too.
And I think a lot of salary
like,
jobs.
could you imagine a drywall guy? Like, hey, this drywall guy, you got to wait till that shit dries. Or a painter,
Sure.
you got to wait till that shit dries. Or a concrete guy, stuff like that. There's going to be downtime through it.
Yeah, but you have your job set up where you jump from one to the other.
For sure.
And I think like a lot of salaried jobs, what makes it work out is that so many times maybe you got a 60-hour week because the job calls for it, but other weeks
You don't.
you don't, but still most of the time you're there for your 40 hours. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Like it's, I don't know. It's
I know a lot of people that work in different jobs where they would be like, what time do you start every day? And I'm like, 7 o'clock. We punch clock, start at 7 o'clock, get off 3:30. That's what we do. And, okay. I said, what time you start? And they're like, well, It varies. You know what I mean? I have to get, I have to work 6 hours or I have to work 8 hours, and it doesn't matter if it's from, 7 to 3:30 or if it's, noon to 8. I just have to get it done, get the time in, and then that's what I have to do.
I've been thinking about that too. Like, I think it'd be curious to find a job that was just number crunching. Like, hey, run the math on it, put it out, and like whether you work your 8 hours all in a row in the morning or maybe you work 4 hours in the morning and then come back around at 9 o'clock and work until 1 in the morning, finishing it up. Like that's a whole weird thing that I think maybe this whole pandemic debacle we went through may have opened up for some.
Oh
folks.
God, I think the pandemic has changed the workforce immensely. Like with all this remote work and everything. Like, it's nutty, dude.
You see some of that starting to go back though. People,
Working remotely?
yes.
Well, God, yeah. I mean, there's you can't tell me that there's not more people working remotely now than there ever has been.
Well,
No, I
no,
don't-
I think
and
it's
I
going
think
down.
I-
Like, people are getting called back to work because it doesn't. It works on paper, but not everybody is going to do what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, hell no. No, they're going to hit
Kind of the honor system.
Yeah, they're going to hit play on that old meeting button and then like put a green, like the guy with the green screen, you know what I'm talking about? Like all
yeah.
those TikToks, he's sitting at the damn
Yeah.
soccer game or wherever,
I think it's interesting to your point to talk about it because in my profession, there's always work. So whether I used to say this when I was in private practice, whether I work 20 hours today or 10, I'm still going to have a ton of shit to do tomorrow.
Oh, sure.
So like to say only have to be in to do this amount, like I've never viewed the work ending because it never does. I'm busier at times than I'm not, but I always look at it like this. Whatever's the most on fire gets the most attention first, and then we spread it out throughout the rest of the day. And that's how I do my 8 to 10.
Are there any jobs out there that pay for a specific set of tasks completed as opposed to time spent on a job? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of them.
That's what I would think.
You do personal injury work. You don't get paid until you settle that case. Or if you lose the case, then you're out. Like, there's a lot of them that it's on via job. When I did a lot of my pauper work for counties, I didn't submit a bill till the case was done. Some bill monthly, but hell, I didn't have time to do that. I just billed when I got the case done. So, yeah, I think there's a lot more of it than what you think.
But I think we're shooting for like the whole like work less, right? Like, is that what we're looking for?
No, wastelet. Like, so now that I'm closer to dying, I could.
Hey,
do a
Dave,
thing
every
like,
day we are.
I think we get closer every
Well,
day.
so I'm 39. Dad died at 50. So just planning if I die at 50, like my time's
You ain't
more
dying.
valuable.
Why are you planning that?
You're not dying.
Well, why would you not plan on dying yet?
Dave.
Like, plan for the worst and hope for the best. You know what I mean?
Dave.
But it
Dave.
is great. So just knowing how close I am to keeling over, it's like any time that I'm not doing something that is productive to me or someone else, I'm like, man, like I'm ready. Like, I think I'm getting close to that point in time in my life where I can probably take a pay cut and just so I can be home more and find a job that's maybe less demanding.
Yeah.
Well, so really this
Let's
topic is more about valuing what your time is
Yeah.
worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you're super busy and there's a lot going on and you're being like very productive and you can tell, oh, this is making a difference somehow. But then there's other times like, man, this probably isn't all that important to anybody. I'm just,
Oh yeah, I know all about that. Yes.
and it's like, wow, I could be at home existing
Yeah.
there.
But if the kids are at school and the wife's at work,
Editing podcasts.
Mowing the grass, adding to my dumpster, sitting in my own chair watching TikTok. Like, you know what I mean? Like all kinds of things.
I
we
mean,
could
fair
do.
enough.
Yeah.
I get what you're
Playing
saying.
golf for you, like you could be playing golf instead of being at the office.
It's our little secret. I don't play enough golf. Could play more.
That's the point.
Swing Dog and Tyler Jordan.
Oh yeah, pretty wild.
You're buddies with them.
That's
You're in
crazy.
with them, aren't
I
they?
like them. I think they're cool guys.
Oh,
What?
No, I texted Tyler. I was like, "Hey,
Hey, did you make it?
yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Mama made ribs tonight. Everything's all good."
Oh,
and I was like,
my.
"All right, buddy," because
Yeah.
you had that look when it was time to go. You're like, "Really?" But
You're going back to Bloomington, huh?
yeah,
Nah, but damn. Well,
So-
Godspeed, pal.
yeah. But Tyler's a good dude, fan of the program.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Hell yeah.
But no, Dave, I get what you're saying. Valuing your time for what you want to do, not be a part of, not be tied to the man. So
Like
you hit your big.
freelance work. I think it's like freelance work, but steady enough, like a steady enough
David.
flow.
I literally, you know how the other day you told me on this iPad case that you thought that there should be some sort of kickstand?
Hey, there it is.
Holy shit.
I was very surprised it didn't have one the way.
Wow. We took the long way around that one.
It's amazing the things we discover.
Oh, man. This is nuts. Like I could type and everything now.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, boys.
Technology's great.
Good one here.
Dave, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Since we value your time, we're going to go ahead and jump right to it. It is time for the
Wait.
Merk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hold on.
You're skipping
You
the most.
spent 8 months talking about this damn soup segment.
And he was just going to skip it. He was just going to breeze right through.
I was just seeing if you guys were paying attention.
No, you weren't.
True story, I was.
You got a soup?
You want me to or Dave?
I want you to chew that jerky a little bit louder in that microphone for our listeners at home. Folks at home. That's disgusting. I'm going to hit the mute on that button.
Oh, boy.
Got a real strong jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a recipe.
Okay, what's it?
All right. So we are into soup season. This is the Let the Dutchman Be Your Soup Curators or Creators.
Hashtag soup season.
Hashtag flannel. Hashtag pumpkin spice lattes. Hashtag basic white bitches.
Hashtag pound sign.
Anyways, so I'm going to go with a classic. Made it last week. Or not last week, but a couple weeks ago. Good old chili soup with noodles.
God.
And then you obviously have chili soup without noodles, Dave. So,
See, now some would say that it is chili or chili soup.
And soup has noodles and chili doesn't.
Exactly.
yeah, okay. So whatever you want to call it. Now, if you're putting elbow macaroni in your chili, that's trash.
Goulash.
That's trash.
Or some would say chili mac.
Yeah, don't do it. It's terrible. Those
don't
noodles,
mind it.
those noodles don't hold up very good. So, anyways, with this chili soup, we're going to start off with a little bit of ground beef, and we want to brown this ground beef, fellas. Like not overly brown, but we want to brown it enough to where it's a good consistency for your soup.
Yeah, like a medium well.
Yeah, we just want to do that because you're going to cook it a little bit more while everything else goes on. But we want to start off with some ground beef. Now, during this process, when you begin cooking, you can either throw your taco seasoning in while you cook.
Taco seasoning?
Not taco seasoning. Ooh.
You want me to cover this one?
I'm okay, fellas. So 2 pounds of ground beef. We're going to use Mexane chili powder. Mexane, Mexane. You can find it at your local More for Less. It's the only one we use. So, as I was saying, when you ground your beef, you can either throw your packet of chili seasonings, like in a full packet that you can get for like 99 cents at McCormick's, or you can wait till the end. I wait. I just want to brown it. I want to season it with our garlic or salt or pepper. Sprinkle a little onion in there. So then once we got that beef ground, then we're going to go ahead, 2 to 3
Gotta have the
tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons of Mexane, plus our packet of chili seasoning. McCormick's is generally what we use. We're going to go with 2 cans. It's 14 and a half ounces per can. So if you get 29 ounces, that's 14 and a half plus 14 and a half, right, Rain Man? 29 ounces of diced tomatoes. Now, I like to buy the chili ready diced tomatoes. Why? There's a little extra flavor on there, Dave. There's a difference between regular diced tomatoes and chili ready diced tomatoes. From there, we're going to throw in some chili beans, just straight up chili beans. Whatever kind of beans they are, whatever kind of brand. I think for the batches I made this past was Brooks. Throw bushes in there.
They're the best.
Joan of Arc used to find every once in a while there, more for less.
So you don't get like hot or mild chili beans, just
I get
chili
mild. I get hot. I don't do the hot because of the palate for some that I'm cooking for. I'm going to throw 32 ounces of tomato juice in there. And then I'm going to throw tomato paste. Now, here's another important thing that a lot of people don't do. They skip this step, Dave. I take a little pinch of sugar in there. A little pinch of sugar helps with the acidity of the tomatoes.
I'm out.
You don't even taste it. It's a pinch.
That's okay.
You're full of shit. Hey, you know that chili you ate at my house 2 weeks ago? Pinch of sugar in it. You would have had no idea. No idea. So now, Dave, you get all this together and you kind of bring her to a boil. Now, if you're going to throw noodles in, this is where you do it. Usually take a half a box for this recipe, half a box spaghetti noodles, break them in half, throw them in there. Now, depending on how you like it, mine turns out to be a little thicker.
I like thick chili.
Because the noodles are going to absorb that extra moisture. So if you're real worried about moisture content and you want it to be a little bit more liquid, when you rinse your cans, don't just dump it down the sink. Rinse the cans, get those extra flavors off of them, dump them into your soup. Because if your soup is too liquid, all you got to do is just let it roll a little bit. It'll burn off, some of that moisture into steam, because that's where water goes into. So that's chili soup. That's what it is. That's my chili recipe, handed down through years of folklore. My dear sweet mother. It was that's how she always made chili. That's how we make it in our household. Oyster crackers. A little bit of shredded cheddar cheese.
Sour cream. Hot sauce.
Never dealt with. I don't decorate it that much. Always used to eat it with cornbread. Used to eat it with some
Not a
cornbread.
guy.
Really?
Too gritty.
No, Jimmy makes this cornbread casserole with cream corn in it, and it's
Oh, a little cream corn there. Little cream corn.
For.
Yeah.
To be fair.
so next week I get to do a
Yeah, you get one.
soup.
So shout out Ashley Myron because she was upset because she had her crock pot ready for
And you were
soup.
trying to just blow on by it.
I said soup last week. She was pissed off about the week before.
Yeah,
last
'cause
week
we
I
teased
did
it
I did
beginning
the
of
white
September.
chicken chili last week.
Yeah, so we did chili this time around. Dave's got it next week. He's going to have a banger of a recipe. If you got any questions on that recipe, let me know. We can submit it. We can send it to you. We'll let you know how to make it.
Since it's going to be, and I'm not being a dick, since it's going to be slightly chilly, I think mid-50s of the evenings down there, should we make a batch of chili in Florida? I mean, mid-50s is probably okay for porch sitting in Florida, huh? With chili?
Yeah.
Nah, you're high as a kite.
Okay. I didn't know if chili worked for sand. Nothing else does. I thought I'd try that.
It is time.
the time.
Time.
Keeps on slipping.
Slipping. Hey, really sorry that your Chinese food got dropped on the floor today.
Oh man.
Why'd she even send it?
Well, I tell you about it, right?
That's what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
I could have gone and been just fine.
Yeah. Instead,
Never
she
would've
sends you
known.
the picture of,
Hey, here's your supper on a hospital floor.
yeah, that's clean.
Oh no.
It is time for the Merkley and Sons Choice Cut Questions of the Week for the fellas. Sponsored by Merkley and Sons, the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. Shout out to our buddies Bradley and John Boy and Eric because he shows up for shit. We are getting into soup season, guys. As much as Smoke doesn't want to acknowledge it, it is soup season. You know what else goes well with soup? Some sliced cracker bologna. No matter how you enjoy your sliced cracker bologna, it pairs well with soups. You know what also goes well with cracker bologna products? Fresh slice of cheese. Could be Kobe Jack, whatever tickles your fancy. Merkley, Monster. Gouda. I'll get a little Gouda. Merkley and Sons is ready for all seasons, but check them out to spruce up your menu on a good old-fashioned soup night because, let's be honest, soup is never that filling. Not for us portly fellas. Got to have a little something extra with it, unless it's thick like that chili. All right, fellas, our questions. Longtime friend of the program, our buddy Corky Schmidt.
Oh,
He had sent a bunch. This is a batch from back in July. We've got some that's got some September dates on them. But if you've got some questions you want to send the guys, or if you need some life advice, we are great at giving good life advice.
Oh, hell yeah.
We can leave your name anonymous. Anonymity is what we do best.
It's like, what was that?
We're in the trust tree.
What's, used to write into her on the paper?
Dear Abby.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Or Dear Dutchman.
Yeah, we can help you with that.
no
we can.
shit. That'd be cool.
That would be a fun segment. Send us your life issues.
Dear Dutchman. Signed, flat tires on the interstate.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry.
Question number 1 from our buddy Corky. When you propose to your wife, the only way she says yes is that you take her last name. Is that a deal breaker? So Justine wouldn't have married you unless you would have become a Maxie. Big Mace is what this basically is.
We should call you Big Maxi Pad.
I mean, God, if I say yes, will it make me a bitch?
Yep.
That's what I mean, man. I don't know.
So the answer is just no.
I'm pretty proud of my namesake, right? I'm a Mosner. I'm a Masner from way back. What about you, Dave? You're not giving away that smoker name. Hell no. You ain't going to be no damn Gaslight.
No, I can tell you. No, it's kind of a weird question because when I asked her, the answer would have been, hell no, I'm not taking her last name. But now that it's been 15 years of wedded bliss, like it seems less important. I think, like I wouldn't, like if she came to me now and said, hey, it's time to change your name or else I'm gone. I mean, I'd question it like, how bad do you really want this battle? But I mean,
Do I get to keep Smoker's Lounge or not?
yeah, I'm
No
not
shit.
changing it to Geisler's Lounge. But yeah, definitely at the time of proposition, no way in hell.
Yeah, there's no chance. There's no way.
I would have offered her the opportunity to hyphenate her name.
Yeah, or make it her middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no chance. You have to get a tattoo of a fellow Dutchman on your forearm, wrist to elbow. Who would you choose?
Both of you.
Yeah, I wouldn't single it. Oh, but I guess we got two on this one, huh?
Oh,
Well, it just says you have to get a tattoo of a fellow Dutchman on your forearm, wrist to elbow. Who would you choose? Yeah, so it's only going to be one. Now, we're going to preface this. We are a tripod, so it would be all of us that we would actually get. But for the sake of Corky's question, we have to choose one.
I could go really, really dark here.
Wow.
Like really dark. Like it could be bad.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
So what happened to your guys' podcast? Well, there's this stupid-ass question from Corky, and Big Miss decided to go dark.
If I got Casey's face on my forearm, I feel like I would be judged in certain acts that I would be doing to myself. Therefore, if I had David's arm, I feel like he would be like, hey, man, I get it.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
Yeah, like, hey, just keep on chugging, you know? So, yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, Casey, if I'm cranking one out, I don't want to see your face on my arm. So,
But what's that say that you're okay?
I like David. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, I don't give a damn. Either one of you. I'd get you both. Right on, one on each one there. That's what I would do. I would
Smoke,
get
what about
both.
you?
Well,
You won't hurt my feelings if you say Casey.
He's not going to. He's going to go along with the joke. He's going to pick you. You two have this little love nest. And I'm out in the cold.
Love nest.
Just don't invite me to the circle.
You call a spade, bud.
invite me to the circle jerk. I'd
Just
probably
tell
get
him.
Casey
There we go.
just so I could say, you know what I did last night looking at you?
You know this is what old Corky was fishing for. You know
Yeah.
damn right.
I'm getting either one of you assholes.
Oh!
That's what I'm going to do. The town of Holland decides to incorporate a mayor's position.
Oh,
Would the Dutchman apply for the position?
Without a doubt. Well, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't live in city.
Yeah, none of us could.
Yeah, none of us are eligible.
Great question, Corky. But yeah, Dave is strongly considered.
Yeah,
I
would have run for the Huntingburg mayor opportunity because I thought my Huntingburg address was enough to get me there, but it's not.
What's the Dutchman's take? What's the Dutchman's take on the time zone? Do you like switching the clocks or never changing clocks?
He doesn't know we already covered this last week.
Yeah, we already talked about it, Corky. I'm all out on the time zone. Hate every second of it.
Well, and I think his question is focused on used to we didn't have to change our clocks. We stayed consistent. We didn't recognize daylight savings time.
And and I think I like that better other than like my favorite shows would have come on past my bedtime when before they would, because we didn't change time.
Right.
But TV shows did because of where they were coming from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would rather not change clocks.
Yeah, me neither. In a 2-month weight loss challenge, which Dutchman would lose the largest percentage of weight?
Me. Oh, yeah.
I'd beat you in a 2-month one.
No. You would plateau quicker than me.
How do you know he'd plateau quicker?
Because I weigh so much more than him. It would fall off. As far as numbers wise, it would be me.
Yeah, but he's saying percentage wise.
I guess I don't understand.
So pound wise, you may have more to lose, but percentage wise,
It would actually maybe be tougher for you.
I guess I don't know the difference between percentage and numbers.
So 1 pound based off of it's just so 10% of your body weight now, according to your last TikTok post, would be 42 pounds. 10% of mine would be 33. 42 pounds is a lot to go in 2 months. I could see you dropping 30 pounds in 2 months, but maybe not 42. But for me to drop 10%, I think I could probably get real close to 30 pounds.
Look at Rain Man work. Why do you guys exclude me in that conversation?
What do you mean?
Well, because you're the lightest one of all of us.
You said you were 330?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm heavier than you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never guessed, but you look good.
Yeah, because I work out 6 days a week. TikTok 679er wouldn't believe that, but lift weights 3 days
These guys
a week.
ain't never played day sports in their life.
Yeah.
They sweat waving.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, I honestly, a weight loss challenge, there's no way I could do it because I just don't have any self-control when it is to food. That's the biggest thing in these. Not working out. I mean, like I do. I lift 3 days a week during work and then walk at least 2 to 3 days a week afterwards, and then Holland basketball will be picking up here soon. Like,
I was supposed to ask if you're doing that this year.
yeah. Who's interested?
Friend of the show, Matt, that I work with. He said he sent something out, but I told him we were recording on Wednesday nights. And he said, "Oh, is Casey going to play basketball then?"
You talking about Stiegel?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, we got to that one. You only get to eat 3 foods for the rest of your life. What would they be? Caveat: you would be able to add your hot sauce, Gary's mustard, which doesn't exist because we never get any, ketchup, spices to your food choices. So, like, if you were going to pick a meal and you said, well, I'd want some Frank's on it, Frank's doesn't count towards those 3. What 3 foods?
Hot wings, salad, and tacos. I know I didn't mention bacon, and I know it's a bold thing, and I totally regret it now, but yeah, I could do bacon on my salad.
So does salad count? Because like salad's got a lot of ingredients in it.
No, it's part of it. Yeah, they all count.
Doesn't some salad have corn in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Steak,
Yeah.
potatoes.
What kind of steak? What cut?
Ribeyes.
That's fine. I'm not particular because my whole reason of picking steak is I can have a steak, or I can thin cut it for fajitas, or I can grind it into burger because it's a steak. It's like a very utilitarian piece of meat.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like it.
Salad and potatoes.
I would go steak. Probably would be in the ribeye or porterhouse vein. I would go with baked potatoes. And then I think, do you have to have a vegetable?
I just assumed I'd want one to be regular. Well, potatoes a vegetable.
You don't
But I'd
no,
take
it's a
Metamucil.
You wouldn't want to get scurvy.
Well, that's like oranges.
Well, the thing is, if I go making burgers out of my steak that I ground up,
Yeah.
I'm going to want some lettuce and tomato.
So if you throw salad in like that, then you kind of get that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd do.
Because
I'd
I
go
can
salad.
chop up a potato and make French fries. Maybe I read too deep, but I thought if I had to pick 3 foods, like, yep, that's it till the end of time. Do whatever you want with them.
Yeah, that's it. So, all right, there we go. Corky, thanks for the questions. We appreciate it. Send us some more in. We've got some. We'll get through some more, but we need some. So be a friend. Submit some.
Be a friend, tell a friend.
If you need some life advice, I mean,
Yeah.
Just
Send it
go
in.
ahead and send it in. Hashtag Dear Dutchman.
Dear
Yeah.
Dutchman. And obviously change the names for anonymity. Like, we don't want you to out anybody.
Anonymity.
Anonymity?
You know, where Nemo lives.
That's where Nemo lives.
Yeah, except for, we don't want to diss the T on, what is that young kid slang when you,
No cap.
no gossip.
Cap, bro.
No, who says that anymore?
That's
Me.
totally sus.
Yeah.
Definitely so.
Anyways, when we discuss the T or some shit, I don't know. All right, here we go. The last pass brought to you by our friends, Hopf Outdoor Power. Fellas, I keep tabs on their Facebook page just to see what's going on. I'm not being nosy. I'm just keeping my eyes on deals that may pop up. They've got some great rebates on Polaris razors right now, some excellent deals on the backlot special, and Cub Cadet days are still going on now till October 28th. We don't want to think about snow or worse winter weather, but it's coming. I also saw Hopf introduce the new Kubota RTV X2, where they are taking pre-orders now. Go see the fellows over there at Hopf Outdoor Power. Whether you are looking for an end-of-season deal or preparing for winter, they've got what you need. I think I saw they had another tractor out there that had 0% financing on it. Go out there and get you a deal there at Hopf Outdoor Power. The fellows, we'd be more than happy to see you. And hopefully we really do get invited to their Christmas party. I think that would be fun.
So cool.
All right, big fella, we got.
My last pass tonight, cover a couple housekeeping options or items. If you got a young wrestler that wants to sign up for wrestling, Southridge Wrestling Crew is going to be open until registration until the 22nd. Other than that, big shout out to Old Red and those guys down at the PGA Tour, Tour Vision Promotions and that whole Korn Ferry business. It was a great time. Awesome. Got to watch some really, really good golf and had a lot of fun down there. Really cool experience. Hopefully we have a good trip. If you're listening to this, we'll be have our toes in the water. And
if you're listening to this, we're packing up to come home this morning probably.
Well, yeah, but we'll have our toes in the water and our ass in the sand with a cold drink in our hand. But, yeah, hope it's a good time. Can't wait to spend some QT with the fam and the Smoker fam, and hope everybody has a good day. And it's getting dark sooner. Therefore, those mental health, like we talked about before, the old seasonal depression and those things are coming up. If you got a question, like I said, hashtag Dear Dutchman, open door policy, reach out. There's always somebody that'll listen to you. What you got, Dave?
Well, this is episode 51, means we're knocking on 52. 52 may be a little bit different. We're going to try to do it from a location in the swamp pit or whatever. So I think it'll be exciting. Really hope to see a bunch of you out at the Gaslight. We're excited to be able to work that out with old John Songer out there graciously opening up his place to let us come and raise a little cane. We've got Overdrive coming into play for you guys. Anybody that wants to show up. We got beer specials.
Fans of the program, too, by the way.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. But yeah, so we hope you guys come out, come see us, spend a little bit of money local, have a real good time. We're typically pretty good at having a real good time.
Yeah, we can throw parties.
So anyway, come out and see us. We'll be celebrating for the end of the year, celebrating for Halloween, celebrating the celebration.
Just being alive.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's a good reminder, Smoke. We will be there, all of us, all three, same room, same building, probably drinking out of the same Busch Light can. Because I'm sure that we're just so tight like that. Like
Three Twizzly straws.
we finish each other's sentences and we snuggle and we'll probably eat some pizza together.
together.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But come out on the 28th. Overdrive is going to be a blast. They're fans of the program. Going to play some good tunes. They're willing to play as long as we will be there and having a good time. I think all of our families will all be down there eating dinner. Come down, bring your party to our party. $2 Busch Lights. You don't see that anywhere, let alone in this county. I don't know. Like, I challenge the Wanderers to come out, partake in as many Busch Lights as you can. Now, here's the caveat. Have a driver home. Mm-hmm. We don't want anybody leaving our party having issues, whether it be a DUI arrest or something worse, because we do not condone drinking and driving. Other than that, excited to get away for a little bit. I know Mace makes a joke about the white collar world, but I work very hard and don't take a whole lot of time, to get away. So I look forward to time with the family and the kids because they're only young once. And that'll be good. And when this airs on the 20th, my mother's birthday, she would have been 70 coming up. Not on the 20th, but, and I stop moments and I think about what she would be doing at 70 and just know that she's with us every day. So October is a great month. I love it. It's also probably the hardest on me. But reach out to your friends and your family. Make sure they're good, especially us men. We are very difficult to get through to sometimes, but we need to. We need to look out for each other. Be a friend. Tell a friend. You got something going on. Smokers Lounge. We'll throw a pack of dogs on the old glizzy machine.
Glizzy's on the roller, baby.
Yeah.
We'll get them figured out.
Crack a couple cold ones.
Cholesterol. We can probably help you out.
We can probably help you. Which, speaking of cholesterol, I've got my physical on the 27th. Doc Flamin and Jan, we'll see you then.
That's right.
Other than that, another week down, fellas. We're about to hit 1 year.
Can't wait.
A lot of people would have never guessed it. We're going to have a fun
I
show.
was one of them.
Well, we can divvy up your portion too. Other than that, Dutchman out.